Do you ever feel like the more you clean, the messier your house gets? You finally put away the fall stuff, and before you can breathe, the holiday boxes explode all over the living room. The space is cluttered, and your mind feels even worse, like it's got 10 browser tabs open all at once. I used to live in that cycle every season, until I started changing how I declutter, not doing more, just doing it differently. I let go of the pressure to do it all and started making small specific shifts that actually made things easier. In this video, I'm sharing 12 practical decluttering tips, not for a Pinterest perfect house, but for a real home that still needs to function while you're living in it. These tips work in my own house with 3 kids and a holiday storage closet that's always on the edge of overflowing. But since making these shifts, I no longer feel like I'm drowning in my own space. And the first tip, the one that helps you feel lighter even before you lift a single box, is coming up next. Let's start with something I used to overlook, but now it's the first thing I reach for when my mind feels scattered. You know those days where you stand in the middle of the house, unsure where to begin? Nothing's dirty, but everything feels off. You look around and instead of getting started, you feel like walking away. When that happens, I don't start cleaning. I shift the atmosphere. I spray a new scent around the kitchen, change the floor cleaner to something warmer like ginger or cedar, or light a stick of incense by the window. Last week, before I even touched the holiday bins, I mopped the floor with a ginger-scented solution. It wasn't a big change, but it shifted something. The house felt calmer. I did too. Scent doesn't tick off your to-do list, but it softens the edge. And when you feel softer, you move differently. You choose differently. Sometimes that's all it takes to begin. Next, let's talk about the items we keep, not because we love them, but because we once thought we might. And later this week, we'll dig even deeper into this, because sometimes it's not what you keep that clutters your home. It's the habits you don't realize are holding you back. There are a few sneaky things we all do when decluttering that can quietly make everything harder. I'll be breaking those down in the next video. It's the kind of stuff no one tells you, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. Next, let's talk about the things we hold on to, not because they still bring us joy, but because they used to. We all have them. That candle holder we bought on sale 5 years ago that's slightly chipped but still works. The wall print we stopped noticing but keep rehanging every year. The holiday pillow that never quite fit the couch but came in a set. I used to tell myself I'd make them work, that if I just found the right spot or paired them with the right items, I'd like them again. But the truth is, if I have to convince myself to keep something, it's probably already taken up too much space, not just on the shelf, but in my head. Now, when I'm putting away seasonal decor, I ask one quiet question. Did I actually like seeing this around my home this year? If the answer is no, or even not really, I let it go. One year, I gave away 2 full bins of decorations I hadn't used in seasons. I thought I'd miss them. I didn't. What I felt instead was relief. Fewer options made everything simpler. Letting go isn't wasteful when it gives you back space to breathe and a home filled only with things you truly enjoy looking at. The next tip is for when you're tired of digging through bins and forgetting where anything goes. The next tip is for when you're tired of digging through bins and forgetting where anything goes. I used to pack all my seasonal things by category: 1 bin for candles, 1 for pillow covers, 1 for garlands. It looked organized until I had to decorate. That's when I'd find myself opening 4 bins just to finish 1 corner of the room. Eventually I switched. Now I pack by where the items go, not what they are. 1 bin for the entryway, 1 for the dining table, 1 for the living room shelves. When the season comes, I just carry each bin to its spot and open it right there. Last year I timed it. It took me 40 minutes less to decorate for Christmas compared to the year before. And more importantly, I didn't end up with a trail of half-used items that I had to repack later. Organizing by location doesn't just save time, it saves energy. It helps you make decisions in the flow of your home, not while standing over a pile of random objects. Now that you know how to store things better, let's talk about what to do when your motivation runs low and every task feels too big. Now that you know how to store things better, let's talk about what to do when your motivation runs low and every task feels too big. There was a time I thought I had to finish a whole room for it to count as progress. That mindset made me delay everything, because honestly, when do we ever have time for a whole room? So now I start smaller, much smaller. Instead of I'll declutter the living room, I say I'll clear this tray on the coffee table. Instead of I need to fix the kitchen, I say, let me wipe this one shelf in the fridge. Last weekend I felt stuck. I was standing in the hallway looking at everything I hadn't done. So I walked into the bathroom and cleaned just the sink area. That was it. 10 minutes. But it shifted something. I stopped spiraling. I could breathe. You don't need to do it all. You just need to do enough to feel like you are back in charge. And sometimes even before picking a small task, the best thing you can do is decide when to stop. And sometimes even before picking a small task, the best thing you can do is decide when to stop. I used to write long, hopeful to-do lists. Declutter hallway closet, clean under the bed, reorganize kitchen drawers. And I'd end the day disappointed even if I had done plenty, because the list still wasn't done. Now I don't set goals like that anymore. I set limits. Sometimes it's time I'll do 20 minutes and then stop even if I'm not done. Sometimes it's energy. I'll do this one shelf, and if I'm still okay after that, great. If not, I'm done. Last month I set a 15-minute timer to start putting away fall decor. When the timer rang, I had only done half of it, but I kept my promise to stop. And because I didn't push too far, I had energy to finish it the next day. No burnout, no resentment toward the task. Limits protect your capacity. They make sure decluttering doesn't become another thing that drains you. Next, let's shift from how you declutter to how you decide what not to keep. Next, let's shift from how you declutter to how you decide what not to keep. Every year, I'd open my seasonal bins and see things I hadn't used again. And still, I'd pack them back up, thinking maybe next year they'd fit better, or I'd be in the mood for them. But here's the truth. If you didn't use it this season, chances are you won't miss it next year either. So now before anything goes back into storage, I ask, did this actually come out this year? If not, it doesn't earn a spot in the bin. A few months ago, I finally let go of a stack of table runners I'd kept for 4 holiday seasons, but hadn't used since my kids were toddlers. They were still cute, but they weren't me anymore. And they were taking up space I didn't have. Decluttering gets easier when you stop saving for versions of your life that don't exist anymore. Up next, what if you could make future use life easier just by snapping a photo today? Up next, what if you could make future use life easier just by snapping a photo today? Every time I finished decorating for a season, I used to tell myself, I'll remember how I did it next year. I never did. By the time the bins came back out, I'd be staring at garlands and candle holders, wondering where everything went and why it suddenly felt like a puzzle. So now, before I put things away, I take photos of the spots I liked. Just with my phone, nothing fancy. The way I styled the console table, the mantle, even the way I layered the throw pillows. And when the season rolls back around, I scroll through those photos while unpacking. It feels like opening a note from my past self saying, hey, you already figured this out once. Here's the shortcut. It takes less than a minute, but it saves me so much second guessing and time next year. Especially when you're low on energy or trying to get the house ready in a hurry, having a visual reference gives you a place to start. Coming up a way to pack your bins that actually fits how you decorate, not just how you store. Coming up a way to pack your bins that actually fits how you decorate, not just how you store. I used to be proud of how organized my bins looked, one for lights, one for candles, one for wreaths. It felt tidy until it came time to decorate. That's when I'd find myself opening all 5 bins just to set up the entryway. So I stopped organizing by item. Now I organize by location. There's a bin just for the kitchen shelf, one for the living room, one for the front door. That way, when I decorate, I don't need to dig. I just grab the right bin, go to that space, and everything I need is right there. Last Christmas, I decorated the front entry in under 20 minutes. No backtracking, no unfinished corners, just one bin, one spot, one short task. When your storage matches your home's flow, decorating becomes easier and putting things away does too. Next, what if you didn't wait until decluttering season to start letting go? Next, what if you didn't wait until decluttering season to start letting go? For years, I only decluttered when things got overwhelming. I'd wait until a closet was full, or a drawer couldn't close, and then I'd try to tackle it all in one go. It was exhausting. Now, I don't wait. I keep a small bin in the hallway closet, always there, always open. Anytime I pick up something I don't need or no longer like, I just drop it in. Last week, I tossed in a kitchen towel I kept skipping over, a holiday mug I never reached for, and a scarf I hadn't worn since 2020. No pressure, no big clean-out session. Just one less decision for later. Having a dedicated space to let things go quietly, gradually has made a bigger difference than any weekend purge ever did. Because when decluttering becomes part of daily life, it never has a chance to pile up again. Let's move on to what helps you actually start, especially on the days when everything feels too heavy. Let's move on to what helps you actually start, especially on the days when everything feels too heavy. When the house is messy and your brain feels fried, writing a to-do list can make things worse. You sit down to plan, and before you know it, you've written 17 tasks. And somehow you feel more overwhelmed than before. So here's what I do instead. I write down just 3 things. Not big things, not things that depend on other people. Just 3 simple doable actions. Like wipe the bathroom mirror, fold the laundry that's already dry, clear off the kitchen island. That's it. 3 is enough. 3 is momentum. Last Thursday I had a full list in my head, but I stuck to my 3. I finished them, checked them off, and surprisingly I had energy for a 4th. But even if I didn't, I'd still have gone to bed feeling accomplished. You don't need a master plan, you need a small, clear start. And when you're unsure where to even look first, there's one trick that always works. Some messes don't bother you because you never really see them: a drawer, a storage box, the top of a closet. But then there are those spots you pass by 20 times a day. And every time your brain makes a mental note, still haven't done that. That kind of clutter is louder than it looks. So I pick one of those spots. The kitchen counter where mail piles up, the chair in the bedroom that holds yesterday's clothes, the corner of the bathroom counter where 5 products I don't use anymore still sit. 2 days ago, I cleared the tray by the entry, just keys, coins, an expired coupon, and a stray toy. It took 5 minutes. But I walked past that tray 10 times since and felt a little calmer each time. It's like that corner stopped shouting at me. One clear spot in a high-traffic area can give your brain a break over and over again. And finally, let's talk about what happens after you finish a small task and why that moment matters most. Let's wrap up with something that's easy to overlook, but makes all the difference in how we feel about our progress. When I used to declutter, I'd go from one thing to the next without stopping. Finish the kitchen drawer. Move to the fridge, fold the laundry, start vacuuming. I never paused, which meant I never felt done, just tired. Now I make it a point to end each task with something that feels good, even if the task was small. It can be simple: lighting a candle, playing a favorite song, making tea, and sitting for 5 minutes without touching my phone. Last weekend, I wiped down the bathroom shelves, then sat in the hallway and scrolled through an old playlist from college. It was 10 minutes of nothing urgent, but it made the work feel like mine, not just another chore. We don't just need homes that look calm, we need to feel calm in them. And that feeling starts when we let ourselves pause, not at the end of the day, but right after we finish even one small thing. Now that we've talked about how to enjoy the process, let's dive into how to prevent clutter from creeping back in. In tip 13, I'll share a quick habit that helps keep everything in place without the constant effort. Trust me, this one will make a big difference. Tip last. Make decluttering a daily habit, not a seasonal event. I used to think I could only declutter during big seasonal cleanups or when I had time for a deep clean. But what I learned is that it's not about waiting for the perfect time. Keeping your home tidy needs to be built into small daily habits. Instead of dedicating a whole day to organizing, I started spending just 5 minutes each day tidying up. It could be as simple as clearing the kitchen counter or sorting through the pile of mail that had built up in the hallway. Last week, I took 10 minutes every morning to clear my workspace before starting my day. It wasn't a big task, but the difference it made was huge. I walked into my office with a sense of calm instead of feeling like there was a never-ending to-do list waiting for me. And because it's now part of my daily routine, I no longer have to spend a whole day catching up on clutter. The key here is consistency. Small, simple habits every day add up to a home that stays clutter-free without the need for long cleaning sessions. Now that we've built a routine for keeping things tidy, let's talk about how to ensure you're only keeping things that truly add value to your space. That's the gentle system I keep coming back to. Not to make my home perfect, just to make it livable, peaceful, and mine. If you've been feeling behind, scattered, or just plain tired, I hope one of these small shifts gives you a bit of room to breathe. And if you're ready to take this further, I made a separate video walking through how I declutter each zone of the house. It might help you figure out where to start next. If this video helped at all, feel free to like or subscribe, not because you have to, but so I know what truly makes a difference for you. And before you go, if you've ever decluttered a whole space and still wondered, why doesn't this feel better? The next video is for you. We're talking about the quiet mistakes that undo all your effort and how to stop doing them. That one's up tomorrow, and honestly, it might be the most important one yet. Don't miss it.